Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends, and glad you could attend. Today we're taking a look at the independent film called 88. Now, 88 is brought to us by director April Mullen, giving us the story of Gwen, a woman who wakes up in a diner, and she's not quite sure how she got there and what events led her to there, and kind of who she is, or who these people are around her. Well, things take a real nasty turn real quick for her, and she soon finds herself on the run, being pursued not only by the police, but also by a vicious man named Cyrus, who she has some kind of connection to. And we see through a series of flashbacks what events led up to her in the cafe, as well as seeing what happens to her after the cafe. So it's kind of a memento feel, if you will, to this film 88. Now, I enjoyed, one thing that stood out for me was the performances of Katharine Isabelle. Katharine Isabelle from American Mary, as well as a number of other films, showing her acting talents here, playing dual roles as both the kind of vulnerable and confused Gwen and the badass, kick-ass, take-no-names Flamingo. Loved the separation between these two characters, and Katharine Isabelle just does fantastic of keeping a separation between them two and really showing you that they are two different characters. Loved how she played this throughout the film. She's in almost every scene, and that's no complaint, folks, because she really makes the most of both roles. There's the one role really gets physical right in the beginning, which kind of made me chuckle. The first guy that Flamingo takes out really kind of made me chuckle because I didn't expect it, and man, she just goes all out on the poor guy. And so definitely showed some physical acting as well as some great character acting here for Katharine, and always great to see her on screen. Another actor to see on screen is Christopher Lloyd, who plays Cyrus. You may not be used to him being in a role like this, kind of this brutal guy who does some really nasty things, and it's all portrayed on screen because this is rated R, thank you. And I just love seeing Christopher Lloyd on screen, and love him playing these darker roles, these kind of evil roles. He's got some great acting chops, and also great to see him in a film that doesn't have the tag Asylum on it or involves some big-ass animal of some kind. So showing here he's taking a little more serious, darker role, and I was glad for it. He was not in many scenes, but the scenes he is in, he definitely dominates, and him and Katharine Isabelle actually have some great chemistry when you do get into the scenes where they're both together. So those two really strong performances in this film stand out for me. Now, the story we've kind of seen before with Memento, but that's okay. You know, it's a different take on it, and the wide variety of characters that we see Flamingo and Gwen interact with are also interesting. Where I think this film falls short, though, is in the editing and some of the direction that they take this film in. Now, we do get the series of flashbacks where we're jumping between the current timeline and the past timeline between Gwen and Flamingo. And the only thing is, whenever we jump between them, it backtrack. What we just saw maybe 8 minutes ago, we get to see like a minute or two of that scene, and then it continues on. Like, here's what happened before. You know, and I didn't quite need that. Maybe that at first couple times, but after that, we didn't quite need that. The way the separation of characters is portrayed by Katharine Isabelle, you didn't need that because you could tell when she was playing Flamingo and when she was playing Gwen. So that editing and direction that they took with that took me out of the film, unfortunately. You know, I would have almost rather than just not do that, just boom, okay, now we're here with Gwen, you know, with Flamingo. And you could tell, because the way the script and everything and the performances were, the audience would be able to tell that without the need for, here's what just happened a little while ago. So I think that kind of took me away from the film and from enjoying it more than I could have with 88. So, you know, on the whole, this film is decent for what it's trying to do. I think the execution could have been better as far as the editing and the direction, but the performances of Katharine Isabelle and Christopher Lloyd stand out for me. Still could only give it 2 3/4 stubs, not quite 3 recommended viewing. Well, it's on rental, so it's worth a rental. It's definitely worth a rental, especially if you're a fan of Katharine Isabelle or Christopher Lloyd or both, looking for mature entertainment, this definitely is it with its rating. And why I just think it could have been so much better had it been edited or directed a little bit different. But still, let me know what you thought of 88, what you thought of the performances, the direction, and just give your thoughts. Love to hear the constructive comments from all my movie maniacs out there. It's because of you guys I'm doing this. Thank you so much for the support. We're growing in the subscribers every day, and it's because of you out there that I keep doing this. I appreciate everybody watching and just your support in general. So remember, folks, until next time, keep that ticket stub.